Fortunately for me, I've got a nice cup of tea with me.
Oh, fine. Oh, well, thank you, Professor. Although, honestly, I kind of prefer coffee after trials and tribulations.
Hey, coffee.
That's right, this is Phoenix Wright and Layton here, commentating on
Oh, that's right, I forgot about
Layton's
this one.
new Konami game. Layton, when did you join Konami?
No, I didn't. This
No,
Mr. Wright, I'm sure I told you. This is a game that's ripping both of us off.
But you're in it, you just have a mustache.
Better learn to live with it.
Hell, forget
I'm
both.
always
It's
getting
really
I mean,
not
copies
both as
of
well.
copies.
Hey, so come to think of it, what's
remember-
Jaques-Marshall doing in this game?
competitors along the way.
Remember, Mr. Wright, we already established the story.
I always solved
He
the
tried
mystery
to
before anyone
rob
else.
my fame in this game, but
Well,
it bombed, so I let him
as
have a cameo
overconfident as
in one of
ever,
my
I see.
games, and then I blew up his
And I
house.
suppose you have a
Hey,
reason for telling
what's
us this,
Jaques-Marshall
milady.
doing in this game?
That's Claude,
say
Silva.
that.
I know it.
The person I
this is
saw
like
was
Operation
a boy by the name of
This is like
André
Operation 007, where they somehow managed to rope in actors into a rip-off of the thing that they starred in.
Alright, we're actually
Hey,
gonna get
Luke?
more backstory. We're actually gonna get more
treasure map.
Oh
my
we're
God,
actually-
she looks- Go on.
Thinking, milady.
We're actually going to get more backstory on Sophie in this
is
one.
no different from
Who the heck
another.
is that down there?
I sell
Basically, what
maps
happened
to
while we were
paying
talking was
customers.
Milady also
That
gave
is my job.
another copy of the map of this quest
Seems you know quite
to
a bit
another
about this
adventurer,
kid,
that boy
Sophie.
in particular, who
Oh, I
happens
heard that
to be
part.
owner,
Oh.
who happens to be the son of
He's
an owner of a winery.
That
So
looks-
keep that in mind for.
Wait, backstory on
Right.
Sophie? Didn't we already do that?
But we're gonna get more
makes
even
wine
because
in
there's also
Bordeaux.
another thing going on with Sophie in terms
And
of her
so
family
does
and
Chateau
stuff.
Volant.
Hey, am I the one
Home
who
to
thinks
Sophie
that
just
There you go.
looks-
There's another. Sophie is actually the
did you
daughter
know
of
about
an heir to Chateau
You mean your
Volant.
family owns the
of
Chateau
course.
Volant winery?
Is it just me or does that kid down there look like Luke?
Yes.
Move
Chateau
along.
Volant
Nothing to
hasn't been officially
see
graded.
here.
Wow,
Its wine's rated
so they
highly
even
by
ripped
people
off
in the know.
Luke's design.
Rare gem.
What are you
to
talking
think you're
about?
from a great house like
Those clothes
that.
are pink, so it's totally different.
Why?
Let's
It
see, let's
seems we
use
have a
photo
wine
editor to make them
expert here.
blue. Oh, what do you know? It looks even more
the
like
wine
we
has
just
nothing to do
tanned the
with me.
skin a bit.
And Brulee
yeah, he's
is
even
a
got a
famous
similar
chateau too.
hairdo.
Although they declined
Mr.
to
Wright?
be officially graded.
Yeah.
Would you like a cup
Starting
of
to
tea?
think
We're going to
this
be
isn't
here for a while.
coincidence.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, who cares
One
about
sugar
all
or
that?
two?
Now, milady.
Oh, look,
Two.
Dwibs, Lautrec agrees with you. Oh, who cares about all
Who
that?
cares?
Yes.
We're talking about
No, wait,
your
I thought it was
assistant here.
Claude who said who. Oh, never mind.
Sophie's lineage is of no concern to me.
Again, if the
Okay.
main character himself is not going to take a fucking
Now
interest
then,
in
Sophie,
anything, why the hell
shall-
should we?
Pedro, please tell me that at some point
Oh, yes,
Lautrec's
of
disregard for everything going around him eventually bites him in the back.
Shall I tell him?
It never does it?
No, sorry.
What is it?
Seriously, he's not paying attention to so
Believe
many
it or not,
things.
trust me, Jova, the very ending
Why would
cutscene
he
actually
want to
tries
become an
to
adventurer?
is perfectly convinced that this
Ask him
regard
next
is
time
apparently
your paths
charming.
cross, which should be soon enough, considering we're
Hey,
on the same
you know-
quest.
You know,
What was
Pedro,
that
Pedro.
thing
just
I
hope he's
told
alright
you
then.
about where the character doesn't get any comeuppance at the end?
Karma Houdini.
No, I mean, there was this thing that I told you about. I think it was a film or something where the
No.
character...
No. It was actually in
Is that
Beyond Two
André?
Souls, I believe.
Anyway, we found André.
Who's there?
That was easy.
It's because I skipped a lot of.
What are you
I skipped a
doing
few
here?
dungeon rooms for the sake of
I
redundancy.
could ask you
No,
the same question.
I'm not talking about that. I meant finding
It's too
André
dangerous
altogether.
here.
Even if
We
you
have to
factor
tell
in
your
the
parents
dungeons.
at once.
Shouldn't we have had to do a bit more
No,
digging to...
I'm not
never
going
mind.
back home.
Hey, sounds a
Don't be
bit
so
like,
stubborn.
Luke, voiced by
That's what I
Lana
was
Manella.
thinking.
Better go
too.
after him, Doctor.
Well, don't worry, Maria, darling. For
No need to be so
not having her
hasty
talent
now.
was
This is the only passage.
Luckily.
He probably didn't even tell his parents where
Which
he
is
was
interesting
going.
because, like I said before, I still think the voice actors are actually the best, one of the best parts of this game. You can tell the actors are genuinely trying to make this work. This is one of those cases where you can tell it's not the fault of the actors themselves. It's just they have shit lines to work with.
Sort of
So
like a
it's-
mighty number
Yeah,
9.
these actors seem like they're pretty competent enough.
Okay,
so...
okay. Seriously, what is it with me coming up with comparisons between this game and Mighty Number 9?
Well, actually, because they have a lot in common, maybe.
That is the most recent in your mind.
I guess they're both derivatives off of something. They both show some effort, but overall, resulting in it being squandered.
The figure gets smaller and changes from black to white. Awesome pattern, right, guys?
Yeah.
Well, I guess it at least makes you think. Oh wait, that's
Could
right. You
this
don't
be
have to
treasure
think. You can just brute
animatus?
force your way through.
Pretty much, yeah. Not to mention Jova, the save system in this
Sophie,
game kind of works
that
pretty
treasure
much like a save
is
state
it alive?
anyway. So I can pretty much, again,
Yes, it's
use that as
treasure
my
and
advantage.
artist.
Basically, every time I get into a puzzle room, I just
All right,
save,
then.
and
Let's
I
get
can
to the
always get the
taming, shall
maximum
we?
points. So basically, I brute force my way through
Wait,
and then load
wait,
again.
wait, hold on. There are points you can get from puzzles? I don't recall seeing you earn any points from that.
I've already.
appears to be a
Don't worry,
terrestrial
Jova. When I
spirit.
end this quest, you'll see for yourself
Let's
anyway.
proceed to
very-
the caution, Doctor.
by the way,
Oh, you mean
explain this to
those
you,
kind of
but-
points. Oh, you mean those kind of points. Okay. I thought, oh yeah, you're right. Huh, so they
Mr.
kind of
Wright?
are like pickle rights.
Mr. Wright,
Go on, Leighton.
about that lawsuit I wanted you to take on regarding suing them for trying to steal my thunder and also copyright infringement.
Oh, don't worry, Leighton. It went through just fine.
Wait. It's a defense attorney. Shouldn't you get Edra for this?
Actually, Pedro, he can be used to see.
Go ahead, fine.
Actually, I was going to say, drop it, because the game's bombing anyway, no one gives a shit, so it's just not worth our time.
Actually, Leighton, a bit of an ironic case. We took the case and we won. The thing is, though, is that Konami doesn't have to pay because they went out of the gaming business and are now apparently making video games in the form of pachinko machines. Have you seen the new Silent Hill game? So yeah, we won the case, but they are out of the business, so we can't get to them now, apparently.
No matter, Mr. Wright, I have another solution.
What?
Have all the copies burnt and destroyed.
Oh, so you're pulling a Shaq Fu?
Wait, are you suggesting that we try and pull a George Lucas in regards to what he said about the Star Wars Holiday Special?
Well, actually, we're not going to smash them with a hammer, we're just going to burn them.
Yes, for those who don't know, audience, George
we're
Lucas
gonna-
is so ashamed of Star Wars Holiday Special, he went on record to say that if he had the time and money, he would hunt down every single existing copy and destroy it with a hammer.
Well, hey, he's definitely got a lot of both now, so,
Yeah.
You there?
yeah.
Boy,
So basically, the plot
are you
is
all right?
André was here trying to get the treasure himself.
I was so scared.
Well, of course. Why else would he be here?
Of all the voices you try and emulate, why the Lanny Manella
He
Luke
must
one?
be able to see guardian spirits.
Yeah, actually,
too.
this is a point. He kind of does sound like Danny Manella's Luke.
Really?
That's what I said.
Yeah,
Tell
yeah,
me,
no.
boy, did you see a monster?
Which is interesting because all the actors in this game are actually British, so she should know better when it comes to this.
Andre,
To
why
be
are you
fair,
doing
Lanny
this?
Minogue's Luke is
Did you tell your
technically
parents you were coming
okay
here?
for a different tone.
I'm
Maybe
tired
for
of
you,
listening
not
to
so much for
Papa.
us.
Yeah,
To
exactly.
make my own decisions and choose my
One
own
man's
life
trash is
decisions.
another man's treasure.
Let's just say
How can you
she's
say that
definitely
when you've
not the
almost got
reverse Hugh
yourself
Glory.
killed?
Again, tomato,
Leave
tomato.
him be,
It
if that's
varies
what
for
he
some
really
people's
wants.
opinions. It's surprisingly rather mixed who likes Lanny Minogue better than
The boy's right.
Maria Darling,
One must be free
surprisingly.
to choose one's own path.
So,
If
I
this
noticed
is what he
she
wants,
always been
no one has the right
silent.
to say
Got anything to say?
I'm not sure
But he's
yet.
still a child.
What was that, Cheryl?
All right, well, let's try to pay attention a bit to the
Now,
plot to see if she
Andre,
actually has something to say.
How about we leave here together?
Dot.
Okay, so it's time for some more for that backstory I was talking about.
Welcome back, monsieur. Why, Andre's with you too. And all in one piece, no less.
Unfortunately.
Oh, come on, Liz. You don't really have a reason to hate him yet, at least.
His voice.
Andre,
Oh, really? Come on, Liz.
It gives me
I was
horrible
worried sick
flashbacks.
about you. Thank goodness you're safe and sound.
I'm so
When
British.
I found out you were gone, I was beside myself.
So, how does this
laughter.
adventure
After I
thing
had
work?
found
You
you
like need a
several
license
days.
or
I was ready to sell the
How
chateau
do you
and hire
obtain
a
your
mason.
Basically, his father.
Status.
Basically, his father was ready to
didn't
sell the
mean to
chateau
worry you
to look
like
to find
that.
him and to get a rescue party.
It's all right, son. We'll talk about this later.
I'll give it this. The voice actress who's playing the boy
Dr.
actually
Lautrec,
sounds better
I'd
doing
like
it
to
than
thank
Lanny
you from the
Manella.
bottom of my heart.
He doesn't care, mate.
Why, if it isn't Sophie?
Oh, here it is.
I had forgotten you work for Dr. Lautrec now. Were you with him when he found my André?
Oh my god! The
yes.
guy's actually going for a
Nice to
French
see you again.
accent! There's someone with a French accent
Well, I
for
suppose I
once.
owe you my gratitude too.
I don't know. It kind of sounds like the stereotypical
My,
British
how
No,
gentleman.
no, no, no,
You
no,
are
no, no.
now.
I'm listening
So
to
pretty,
you.
too.
He puts the French accent at the end of each of his
thank
words.
you.
It's very
The
slight
grapes
and
at your
very
chateau
faint.
are heavy on the vine again this year.
It tends
You
to
should
mix
go
nuts.
home now and then. Your mother's worried, you know.
It's very faint. How shall we say? I guess we can just headcanon
Don't
say
you think
he's
it's
By the way,
time
Twitch,
to forgive your mother,
by the way,
Sophie?
you'll be able to see the clip that I sent you in context.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Remember that clip I sent?
Oh boy, this isn't
Andre,
gonna...
we'd better be going now.
Oh, come on, Liz. I thought you liked that clip that I made.
Yeah, but now I know
Goodbye,
the
everyone.
context in
And
it.
thanks again.
Yeah. Yeah, see, when he said
Oh,
again, he had a bit of a French slur to it.
So André was just like me.
Basically,
He simply
Sophie.
wants to get
yeah,
away from home.
yeah, what she said.
Sounds like you had your reasons too.
Nothing major, really.
Why is the psychic getting more development
just-
than the actual
My
main
father
character?
was only 16.
To be fair, Pedro,
My mother
this is
couldn't
not
take it
the
anymore,
first
so
story
she
to
left
do
home.
that.
Well, then again,
I
Mad
found her
Max
years
does that
later,
fine
but
enough.
my father
I guess
fallen
even
ill
I guess
and
even
died by then.
Okamura himself realized I
Mother
can't
blamed
really make him
herself,
likable. I might as well try with
really her
Sophie.
fault. She returned to Chateau
to be fair,
Roland
Pedro, a
to
lot of
take
stories
life.
have done the whole learn
That's a
more about the
sad
sidekick than the actual main hero
I had
thing.
some
A
really
lot of
harsh
times,
words for her back then.
Like I
it
said,
can
yeah,
work if
I
done
told her I was going
right.
to Paris,
Mad Max
and I haven't
does that.
spoken to her since.
True, I guess.
I think the main issue with this one is that the name is literally named after Dr. Lautrec, so unless you have a really good reason,
My,
you should be
you
focusing on
certainly
the
were
game.
Daddy's little girl,
I mean,
madame.
you should be focusing
Now
on the
I
hero the
see
game
why
is
you
named
always
after.
cling
Alright,
to
here we go.
Monsieur
Hold on.
Lautrec.
Basically,
You need a
yeah.
father
Basically,
figure
her,
in your life.
her father died, and her mother was not there when she needed
got it all
her,
wrong.
so she basically ran away from home.
Besides,
Huh,
the
that
doctor
actually makes
is
sense
nothing
why
like
she
my
would
father.
be so affectionated
The
with him,
doctor's
actually.
much kinder and far
It's like,
more
well, sure, she
dashing.
views him as
Really?
a father figure,
Much
but...
kinder, far more
Here we go.
dashing.
Here we go.
Forget I just said that.
Yeah, that's not true anyway.
Oh, wow.
Doctor? You were asleep the whole time.
You dick.
Huh? Oh, are you finished talking already?
Wow.
I was so bored I must have
Really?
dozed off.
Okay, not even
Really?
Dick Clayton
That-
would do
so you
something
didn't hear
like
what I just
that.
said?
This scene wasn't even boring. It was
I've
fairly
no interest
okay.
in the old
And
stories
yet,
and
the
personal
game
histories
is
of blood
completely
lovers.
disregarding the backstory by immediately having
interested.
Lautrec.
Oh, I see.
So let me get this straight.
How
Sophie just...
can the writers how can the writer be so fucking incompetent?
So,
That's just the
Sophie
sort of
just
man he
poured
is.
her heart out and admitted that
The
part of the
mystery
reason
before
she
my
admires
eyes,
Lautrec
that's
is
what's
because she views him as a father figure.
I live in the
and he
here and
can't
now.
be
No
bothered enough
time
to
to
actually just maybe show
The here and now.
some admiration at
Let's
that.
be
You know, Dwebs, I'm starting to think. I'm starting to
Next
think
mystery
Lautrec
awaits.
is
Come now,
a
Sophie.
remain from an Aaron Sorkin
Yes,
script.
Doctor. Let's
Okay,
go.
okay. Dweb, say what you will about Dick Clayton. He is nowhere near this despicable.
no, Jova, don't even dare compare this guy. Dick Clayton is like fucking Mother Teresa compared to this.
You know,
guy.
you know, it's bad when they're pretty much an exaggerated version of a character, which I, you know.
What
Honestly,
is this
Dwebs,
best
it's not even a
breed
bad
showdown
thing.
all about?
Honestly, Dwebs, it's not even a bad thing since
Hang on,
Dick
let me-
Clayton actually
let
was a
me-
legit
Come on,
Come on,
character.
Jova, let Dwebs
Need
finish.
to finish before. You know, it's bad when I take a character and turn his arsenal up to 100%, and yet that's more enjoyable than an actual character written by a supposed professional writer.
Yeah, well, like I said, Dwebs, it's not even really a bad thing, since Dick Clayton was still a legitimate character in his own regard.
showdown.
He had more layers to him, and he actually was nice at heart.
So what
Maybe
you're saying-
just the dick thing
so
was
what-
being put on him. Yes, I know, I'm actually making a character out of a character you made up, but
Think you
your
can
character
beat
actually
us
was a
at
legit
treasure hunting
character.
and riddle solving?
So what you're saying is, I haven't written a script in my life.
Anyone could
I
do
get.
a treasure hunting and riddle
How could I
solving. These
possibly
riddles
lose to
are
a third
so
rate
what- so
kid
Joe-
like
so
you?
So Joe, what you're saying is, I haven't written a script in my life, and yet I can do character development better than a
Why,
professional.
Dwebs, we've all been there.
Let's
I've made a
accept
better
his challenge.
character out of Cloud than Final
Don't
Fantasy
be
XIV
absurd.
could out of
I shall do
Lightning.
no
She
such
always
thing.
made a better character out of Franziska than
insulting
Lautrec
us.
could out of,
Please,
well,
Doctor, let's
Lautrec
do this.
himself.
I've no
Tio's
interest
made a
in
better
such a
character
silly
out of
chap.
Kate Sif, and well,
Excuse,
okay, you know we've all made better
excuses.
characters.
And I made
than
a character out of
Maya.
not just Maya, also pretty much every old lady.
By default.
Anyway, Shiro, you were saying something about the riddles?
I said they're really easy, so anyone can beat them at it.
Okay, basically, once again, our self-appointed rival, Gustav, is challenging us to a contest. Basically, the first one to get a treasure wins.
Let me guess, no time limit whatsoever. We can just do it as we
words
please.
in my mouth.
Yep.
Impetuous fools.
I know, right? Like...
You know, I'm gonna say it now. Mighty Number 9 had better writing than this.
Hold on, I skipped for this, so I can show how the choices... I can also brute force for the choices, so pay attention to this. Okay, so once again, usual process, mashing A.
Can't mash A through the loading screen, sadly.
Don't worry, Dwibs. Such a tactic for you will come in handy when you handle Final Fantasy Mystic Quest.
Mashing A.
Actually, I'm not quite sure I should be the one to do that because I'm struggling already at the very beginning.
Wait. Dwibs, you're having trouble with Final Fantasy Mystic Quest?
Or more specifically, trying to get around.
Dwibs, that's the easiest Final Fantasy game ever. If you can't handle that...
Hold on. So, which church am I thinking of? Okay, basically, I haven't read the riddle, so obviously I don't know what you're talking about. I'm guessing I'm supposed to get a tip from the podcast. Basically, I'm guessing. Yeah, even he's you're simply guessing. So there you go. Just keep choosing whatever option it is until the game allows you to go on.
Okay, yeah. Anywho, but okay, look, Dwibs, I mean, how are you having trouble with Mystic Quest?
We got here before Gustav did.
Well, then again, I'm not really used to those kind of RPGs, so maybe I just need a bit more practice. Besides, it's going to be a while anyway. I'm doing other games.
It's interesting. Well, that's the thing. That game was made specifically for you, for people who are not good at that kind of RPG.
Exactly. I mean, seriously, James, if you have trouble with Mystic Quest, you may have trouble with any Final Fantasy game.
Yeah, if you can't do Mystic Quest, I'm afraid I must take 10-2 off your hands. Actually,
that sneaky cheat.
All right. I'll do Mystic Quest, just not in the immediate future.
Oh, no, nobody's asking you to do that anyway. Take your time. We have plenty of stuff to do beforehand anyway.
Besides, I'm almost on hit and run.
After him, Sophie.
Well, trust me, Dwibs, you want to do Mystic Quest before Final Fantasy X too, because Final Fantasy X is actually the more fun game. I don't say that lightly.
What's happened here?
So basically, Gustav did something.
Nothing.
He put an obstacle. We could just climb over it.
Gustav's doing, no doubt. He's trying to bar our way.
You know you could just climb over it, right? That's not really that hard. It's just like...
It doesn't look that big.
We shall just have to find another way.
No!
Are you... Shiroi, what do you have to say to this?
There must be another route.
Just climb.
There must be another way to get out of here.
Just
Wait.
dumb shit.
Just climb. What? Do you have splinters in your feet or something like this?
Well, let's see where it leads.
You could literally
Come now,
just
Sophie.
step over it. Seriously?
Don't worry, Jova. Jump cut saves the day.
Oh yeah, guys, I just thought of something.
What?
I get the feeling that I can, you know, sometimes, you know, do you ever have that feeling when you're struggling?
Wait, hold on. I died for your sins.
Do you ever have that feeling when you're recording a game and you're either much better or much worse at it when you're recording than when you're actually just playing it for fun?
We have a word for that, Dwibs. It's called the recording curse.
Mm-hmm.
Trust me.
Recording spell.
I went through a bit of the recording curse with Mighty Number 9, though granted, partly it was because of how cheap that game's level design and bosses can get. Mighty Number 9, when it's not being overly easy, it's being patronizing or downright cheap.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
I'll
besides
about that.
Shiro, I think there was a part here where I had my eyes shut and I was still able to follow what the other convoluted stuff this had.
Sure, don't worry. We'll get through this somehow.
Yes,
Don't worry, we'll be just...
I'm gonna blame it on this game.
We're almost there anyway. We're only 5 more minutes.
We're gonna get through this, so we're not British.
There you go, Jova. Basically, this is the save system. You just go in there, save, and this is pretty much works like a save.
Yeah, I know about that. We've already seen this. Oh, I get it. Well, I mean, there are a lot of games that allow you to save scum like that, so I guess it's the lesser of this game's evils. riddles.
It's
That
the treasure
said,
room,
so
Doctor.
apparently
We
riddles
beat
do
Gustav.
count for points, just like Picarats. Granted, it's not
seems
immediate,
finding
but it's
that
by
other
the end of
route
the
has paid off
quest.
handsomely.
The points
Why
are for
did the
buying.
other route?
It's
You could have just
alive.
climbed
Treasure
over the
animatus without a
rubble, you
doubt.
All right. Then if you
I'm
would step
Lautrec,
back,
and I
Sophie.
cannot even find my way over a 1-foot pile of rubble. Well, okay, maybe 2 or 3 feet.
I hate to see what if these
It
don't
appears to be
climb
an
over that little
arboreal
rubble. I'm
spirit.
surprised it can get over a
Let's
garden
proceed
fence.
with caution, Doctor.
Which is interesting because remember, this is a guy who's exploring ancient ruins.
How did he become?
And even still,
Nathan Drake would face palm on this.
And before anyone,
it would, definitely.
and before anyone says, "Oh, gameplay/story segregation," I'm sorry, no. It could not be that hard to actually program a wall that actually, a wall for rubble that actually looks tall enough.
Well, hell, make a puzzle about looting the wreckage or something.
Yeah, but seriously,
But Webs, that would require having to do a puzzle that's not included in the 5 types that are repeated over and over and over. Or 6, rather, sorry.
Okay, I'm actually going to do what she was doing now. I'm going to close my eyes for the rest of this part.
Ladies and gentlemen, blind commentary.
can I
literally.
mention how stupid it is that
Not
all your
literally.
Pokemon can only attack only once during the fight?
Well, the thing is, Jova, the way this battle system is constructed, if we could attack more than once, these battles will be even easier than they already are. So I guess their solution to to not have you beat every Pokemon with just one monster. Just have them so they can attack once.
Wait. Okay, so here's my thing then. What's the point of having each of your Pokemon get damaged if you can only use them once? I mean, like
They can die, and if they lose HP. And if they lose HP, you cannot use them again until you use a stone, Resurrection Stone on them. And the Resurrection Stone does cost quite a bit of points, so there is a reason to try not to screw up.
Okay, you know what I'm imagining now?
What?
Imagine how the sound effects are what you use to torture Dr. Lautrec tied to a table.
Oh, no, dudes, that's too easy. Simple, just have them listen to the Flame Hyanard fight from Mega Man X7 on full volume.
Well, listen to Sonic Genesis' soundtrack on a loop.
And Wibbs, I'll take the Genesis over Mega Man X7.
How so?
Genesis may have somewhat bad music, but at least it's
Somewhat
still
bad.
Let me put it like this.
It's terrible.
I can still actually appreciate that music because it's still a derivative of something good, not to mention the fact that it has those credits.
That's exactly why I can't appreciate it, because it's shit versions of really good music.
Hold on, let me finish. There's also the remixes that you can unlock after
Like
beating
we would
Genesis,
really
which are
tell
actually
you.
It's up too!
much
But
better.
why would you
Taming
need
is
to unlock
complete.
better sounding
Victory
music?
is
I don't know. Anywho,
They're better than the ones you got in the main game.
That still doesn't excuse it.
Yeah,
Let me
What the
put it.
hell? What did Gustav just
Had
scrump?
enough yet?
the only the only track from Genesis that I don't hate is the remix of Starlight Zone.
Anywho, Dwibs and Shore, basically to finish up, at least with Genesis, the music, it's something that's mainly in the background. I mean,
What
yeah,
a
you'll hear it
horrible
most of the time,
nuisance of a
but at
man.
least you can,
Why can't you
kind of
simply
tune it
admit
out.
defeat like
With
a
Mega Man
gentleman?
X7, it's not so much the music,
No matter.
but
Thanks
some of
to
the
him,
voice acting.
at
I mean,
least we
okay,
have a
there's
shortcut
bad
out.
voice acting, there is mediocre voice
Just
acting,
follow that big
and then there's Mega Man X7.
I'm pretty sure his hat won't leave a hole.
How did his
Okay.
hat leave a hole?
Because
Monsieur
we need
Lautrec.
to use logic, I
Welcome
guess.
back.
This game fails at physics.
There is no mystery I can't unravel.
Christ, even my hat
This
isn't that
latest
awesome.
quest was quite unsatisfying.
Oh, for look, Lautrec, when
I
you
knew
lighten
you would
up,
say
can you
that.
at least act
You're not daunted by
invested?
any mystery, are
so
you?
much, why do you go on them?
Because of a treasure animatus, Shiroi. Hey,
You know,
quick,
you could say
Pedro,
what- you
hey,
could
Pedro,
say
I got a
whatever you
question.
like.
Pedro, I got a question. Why is Lautrec so obsessed with finding the treasure animatus anyway?
Because he's passionate about mysteries and he wants to solve every mystery that comes his
You
way.
know-
Basically,
Oh, I get
his
that,
goal
I
is to
get
solve
that, I
every
get that.
mystery in the world, basically.
You know,
Well, I
you could
get
say
the
whatever-
mystery solving thing, but why does he want to go after the animatus? I mean, like, well, what? I mean,
Because he wants to study them.
You know, you can say whatever you like.
Something about
we
them.
can study them just like that.
Mr. Wright.
Yes.
You know, you can say whatever you like about my behavior during the filming of the Professor Layton games, but I at least give a shit.